Headline says gamers are more interested in earning Bitcoin than NFTs. And researchers found that 67% of respondents to a study are more likely to play free games if the games offered crypto rewards. Out of the survey participants, 45% believe there are benefits in being able to trade game characters and items with other gamers, while 23% said that it may have a negative impact. Remaining 32% did not comment. Apart from these, the study also found 27% of respondents are interested in earning Bitcoin in games, while only 5% are interested in earning NFTs. It suggests that more gamers are interested in getting Bitcoin and play to earn games than simply getting NFTs. Fascinating. I mean, they're sort of both taking a beating lately. So,
I mean, look, do you want like a dollar in your pocket, or do you want a digital item? I think in it depends on the psychology of the gamer, but if why they're playing the game and
I want a roof stock game where I can start to earn shares in my investment property. I'll take that, man. That sounds pretty awesome.
We'll add that to the roadmap.
You can't really you can't equate like Bitcoin and NFTs, the category of NFTs,
Yeah, you're asking
it's
a bit of an
NFT
question.
That, if you told me apes, if that was the question, apes is going to win,
That's right. What I find fascinating about all this is, back during the pandemic in Asian countries, Axie Infinity became a way of earning money for your family, because a lot of people didn't have jobs, they couldn't leave their houses, and they started getting into this, and essentially they made $200-300 a month, and that was more money than they'd ever made before. And I think that started a trend for these play to earn type games. And in some ways, when you think about Web3, which is really read, write, own, like if you're going to be doing something, I mean, like for example, even with Brave, the browser, if you're going to be using their browser, you start getting some rewards for doing that can be monetized. So similarly, if you think about gaming, again, some people will obviously want to play just for the fun of it, the utility of it, and for them the in-game assets, NFTs, could be useful because you can transfer those or you can trade those or sell them. But if people are looking at it as a way to make some extra income on the side, I mean, it certainly makes sense that they would want to be paid in Bitcoin for that.
Yeah, there's a little bit of contradiction here too, I think. I mean, every question is different, but if 45% believe there are benefits to trading game characters and items, then you would think the same 45% would like those to be NFT connected, right?
Well, I think it depends on whether they're earning that and then they're able to trade it, right? Versus if you have to buy it and then trade it. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I guess, there's probably going to be two different kind of classes of players. Ones that are doing it for fun and, would be looking at trading opportunities. And then the others that actually want to use it as a side hustle and make some money.
Yeah. And by the way, I think it gets pretty close to like gambling at that point, because depending on where the money that they're earning comes from, right? If they're paying to play the game and then they have a chance of earning it back, essentially it becomes a little bit of a circuitous game of bingo. Now, if it's coming from advertisers that and the game is just so amazing that there's all this advertising money in that ecosystem, I think it's different. And also, like, where's the proof of work? As long as they're working to get it, I think it's interesting, but I don't know if it's necessarily good for the long-term health of the gaming industry to start just handing out Bitcoin to everyone that wins.
No.
Right. I do completely agree with you on, if it's advertiser funded revenues that are being shared with the users of the platform, that's a healthy thing. But use cases where you have to buy in to play in the game and then you get paid out of it for playing, I think those become dangerous, because the only way you can make money in a sustained fashion in something like that is if you keep growing your user base that keeps, buying in. And at some point, that curve is, exponentially, you might get the early adopters and it might work for the first few months. But once that peaks out, then you've got all these people who have put in money into the game, and the distributions are really low and meaningless, right? So like I don't know what the latest deal is with Steppen, but for a while people were buying their virtual shoes and walking every day so they could make money. But I don't know, unless you keep growing Steppen user base and they're all buying shoes all the time, virtual shoes, I don't know how much you can distribute over time.
And by the way, like, is there that much difference between that and the late night Sunday poker game at the casino, where it's the same 20 guys that always show up and they're basically just recycling each other's money and giving a little bit of money to the house every week?
That's exactly right.